It is October 12th, 2015 at roughly 9 a.m. and this is me trying not to overreact to something. I, this morning I woke up and I looked at my messages and I saw something from someone who I had considered a good male friend. And recently he'd been expressing interest in being more than just a good male friend, and I had politely declined his suggestion that we, be a little more. For a number of reasons. He's a wonderful gentleman. He would not make a wonderful partner for me. We're not compatible. Friends are friends, but to be a partner you have to have a little bit more, as I'm sure almost everyone is aware. Lots of people have lots of friends that they would not in any way want to sleep with. And I was polite about it. I was just like, you know my situation, you know how I am, you know what I'm looking for at the moment, and unfortunately what I'm looking for and what you were looking for are not, the same. And I didn't even make it into a case of like, look dude, I'm not interested in you, specifically you. I was like, this is just a matter of whatever. I tried to make it nice and not personal, and not be like a personal rejection, because nobody wants to be personally rejected, especially by someone they consider a friend. At least. Anyway, I tried to be nice, and so that was a little ways ago, and I sent a message being like, hey, how are you? Haven't heard from you for a while. What's up? And he made it pretty clear that I'm not to communicate with him anymore unless I'm willing to put out. Like, if I don't want to be his, like, it's not even like a girlfriend thing. It's not even like he's like, oh, I want to be your boyfriend. It's like a kind of like, I want to hit it sort of thing. Like dude didn't even offer like, hey, I really like you, I want to date you and see if we could go further. It was more just like yo, you look like you'd be fun. Anyway, he made it pretty obvious that I'm not actually his friend, and I was really sad, of course. And this is me trying not to send him back a very scathing response. I mean, like, I could totally do that. I could totally be that person who like writes back and this is wrong and that is wrong and are you crazy and you must be insane and hi, I have so many better options. Like, I could be that person, but I'm trying so hard not to be that person. Even though I want to, because it was really shitty and it made me feel really bad. It made me be like, I have no value to you at all. Like, I thought we were friends. We've been talking for months. Like, I thought we were friends. Like, we hung out like we were friends. You'd always give me a hug and be cool to me like we were friends. But we weren't ever friends, apparently. Why are guys shitty like that? I mean, I know girls do it too. I'm not saying it's limited to just one gender. It is not. I have witnessed it happening in reverse. I have seen girls who are not at all interested in actually knowing or being friends with a gentleman, but find him ridiculously attractive and therefore are interested in him for those reasons. I have seen this. It is a thing that happens to both genders. But it's really shitty that it happens to anyone ever. Like, anyway, so I talked about this with my Irish gentleman, and I talked about this now with the internet at large, and hopefully being able to discuss these things will prevent me from being that person who's like, oh really? We're gonna go there now? Let's go there now. which is what I really want to do. I really want to be that person and just like tell them off and be like, you are so pathetic. But I'm not going to. It's not nice. There's no reason to be rude to anyone ever. You can always be polite. Even if they're terrible to you, you can always be polite. So I'm going to be polite, even though I really want to be like